Yes, we are all set. So, good evening to all of you, and welcome to this session on what we call as the art of feminine radiance. Now, when we talk about feminine radiance, what we are implying is that women naturally have a power within them which they can manifest. And that power involves love, compassion, and presence. So that is what we're going to talk about. So, what, in your opinion, all of you can unmute yourselves and tell me, in your opinion, what do you think is radiance? When you say a woman is radiant, what are the qualities that you see in her that makes you feel that she is radiant? Come, we have to proceed, no? So if every time I'll stop a little and ask you, what in your opinion do you mean when you say radiance? So
Like
what does
how the
radiance
women
mean to you? What does feminine radiance mean to you? If you're too shy
uh,
to talk on the video, you can put it in the chat. Go ahead, you were talking. Narmada, you were talking. Chellapermal Narmada.
yes, ma'am. The radiance is how the sun shines like that. The woman has the radiance within herself.
Very good. That's nice. Rajeshwari, will you please open your video, madam? We want to know who you are. Right. So, what is happening today is when we are in leadership positions, women have come a long way. We are in leadership positions in the workplace, in society. Society, unfortunately, celebrates strength of the masculine kind. And in the Eastern philosophy, it is the yang energy. But the true feminine power is in what is called as the yin energy, which is a much softer energy. It is about being there. It is about flowing. It is about being emotionally sensitive. So today we are going to talk about the newer version of what we call as a strong femininity, which actually makes you a leader. Okay? So this is rooted in love, softness, compassion. Now, what is radiance? Radiance is not about external beauty. It is a glow of confidence. It is a glow of authenticity. I know who I am. I know what I am, very comfortable in my own skin. And a radiant woman does not go and seek attention. Just her presence is effortless. People acknowledge her presence. When she enters a room, people turn and look. And that's not because of her external beauty, it is because of her presence, the aura that she carries around her of confidence. So it is a question of the way you are rather than what you do. So if you come from a place of love, you will radiate that love in your vibrational frequency. When you take good care of yourself, when you're very kind to yourself, when you're compassionate to yourself, it will show that you are nurturing yourself. And other people outside also will notice that you're nurturing yourself. And they'll want to come and talk to you. They'll want to come and be with you. They want to come and spend time with you. And presence is about being completely in the moment. So when I enter the room, I'm fully here. I'm not entering the room and letting my eyes wander somewhere, my mind wander somewhere else. I'm fully here. So when we are like that, we are in our true femininity. Now, softness is very often mistaken for weakness. Actually, softness is strength because it is your ability to bend and expand. It is your resilience. It is your ability to adapt, to mold, to change, to modify, to be agile, just like water. You see, water, when it flows, it takes the shape of the container in which you put it. It also flows around obstacles, over obstacles, under obstacles. It carves mountains. It has tremendous power, but it is not a forceful thing. It is a very soft element. And that is how you have to be like water. Your being must be one of flowing. So feminine energy is also very adaptable, intuitive, and influential. But because society insists that sometimes to succeed in a man's world, a woman has to be like a man. Not at all true. True leadership requires a little bit of male elements because all of us have a little bit of male, little bit of female in us. And if you look at the yin yang symbol, where they've got this black and white thing with two things in the center, you'll find that in the center of the black portion, there is a round white portion. In the center of the white portion, there's a round black portion. What that is implying is the white portion is yang, the black is yin. And so in the yang, there is yin, and in the yin, there is yang. So all of us have both the male and female characteristics, but as women, we have more of the feminine. We have a 70-30 proportion, roughly. So the strongest woman is a person who can lead with warmth, not just authority. And like there's a quotation which says, we don't want more successful women. We want more women who are whole, who are confident that they are women with that little bit of masculine characteristic which they are able to manifest in their thing. So when you want to reclaim leadership from a feminine point of view, it's not about power, it's not about authority, it's not about competition. It is about collaboration, cooperation, heart-centered compassion. So think about it. Just think back in your life. Who are the women in society as leaders, etc., who have impressed you without them being pushy, without them being hard, without them acting like men? Can you give a few examples, anybody? Don't give me this stony silence, I say. Be interactive. Is there anybody in society who embodies femininity and feminine radiance, but has tremendous influence and is a leader?
Can't think of anybody. Everybody nowadays tries to behave like a authoritative man only.
What about Sudhara Narayanamurthy?
Right.
Yeah, see,
Yes.
she's soft, she's feminine.
Yes,
But
yes,
she's
yes.
extremely powerful,
Yes.
extremely strong, extremely influential lady. So that is what
100%.
we mean when we say feminine radiance. You see, she's a typical embodiment of feminine radiance. She has not lost her softness. She's not a toughie, but she's not a pushover. And she's a leader. So that's the kind of person we mean when we say a feminine leadership. Because it is about influence, it's not about control. So if you want to be a leader and enhance your femininity, you must encourage these qualities in yourself. One is improve your emotional intelligence. Learn how to understand, manage emotions effectively. How do other people behave? How do you get along with other people? Then have empathy. Many women naturally have empathy because our brains are hardwired for empathy. When we see others suffer, we are able to put ourselves in their place. So we are able to understand that deeply and we are able to respond with care and concern. So that's a very feminine quality. Why should you lose it? As a leader, it is a very useful quality to have. The third thing is authenticity. This is where many women fail. They try to be someone they are not. They try to be like a man. They try to be some. So you're not being authentic. You're not being who you are. So when you're authentic and be real about who you are, you will lead with honesty and integrity. And another characteristic of women is femininity is we tend to allow things to open up rather than push and make it happen. So going with the flow rather than forcing an outcome. So I asked you all to think of a woman leader you admire. I told you one person, and we know what qualities make her radiant. Can you think of anyone else? Go ahead, use your brains a little bit, stretch your brains a little bit, all of you. Is there any other woman you can think of? It may even be somebody in your family.
Madam, I am reminded of Indira Gandhi.
But Indira Gandhi was a little bit of a pushy kind of, she did not come entirely from feminine leadership.
Okay.
She had a lot more masculine attributes to her.
Okay.
See, like Sudha Narayan Murthy is a completely different ballgame.
Okay.
See, and if you look at a male leader who was leading with a lot of at bringing out his femininity into his masculinity, would be Abdul Kalam.
Abdul Kalam.
You see, Abdul Kalam had a very strong masculine leadership quality, but he had the softness, the additional, gentleness, the kindness, the kind of thing which a woman would normally display. So whether you're a man or a woman, if you are able to combine the yin and yang, the masculine and feminine in the right mix and have a balance, then you succeed. And when you bring love into leadership, now a lot of people who are in leadership, yesterday I addressed the All India group of women and men of matrimony.com. It was an invited talk. There also it was about, for Women's Day, it was about femininity and things like that. So there, when I said that if you're very kind and gentle and all that, they said, no, we'll be a pushover in the office. If I'm too loving, too kind, I'll be misunderstood. It is, when we say love, we don't mean you go and, embrace everybody around you. What it means is, how do you make people feel when they interact with you? Do you make them feel important? Do you make them feel valuable? Now, this ability to make others feel important and valuable comes naturally to women. But what we do is, because we get afraid of being exploited or we get afraid of being manipulated, we hold back that quality. But when you allow that quality to shine, your connections are deeper, you're able to trust better, and you're more motivated. So how do you bring love into leadership? When you're interacting with somebody, be fully attentive to what they are saying. It's called active listening. Don't get distracted. And if you listen actively, you're actually respecting that person and saying, I value what you're saying. I'm fully here. I'm completely listening to you. So this is how you bring love into your leadership with a feminine quality. The second thing is encouragement and support. We had a sharing in our group, in our community a few days ago, and some women felt that men were more understanding of them and their problems than women were. So when they had a woman boss, the woman boss was tougher with them than the male boss. So as a woman, understand that not just with women employees or male employees, it doesn't matter what gender they are. If you can use a kind of a supporting environment, encouraging environment, collaborative, cooperative environment, then you're bringing in that love in your leadership. And where you're encouraging people to work together rather than compete against each other. or compare with each other. Also, in feminine leadership, kindness is interpreted as a strength. And kindness is not just dishing out money to somebody or something like that. It is the way you talk. It's the way when there is a quarrel, when there's a conflict, how do you diffuse the conflict? Do you make it into a fight or do you diffuse it? Are you able to build relationships and instead of breaking relationships in your team? Also, how often do you appreciate people? Kindness is acknowledging when somebody does something, appreciating them, saying the thank you, saying that was a good job. Because now, if you want to understand the meaning of love in leadership and the feminine leadership, stop and think. I want all of you to tell me, when was the last time that someone who was kind to you made a change to your day? Particularly if that person was a woman. Go on, at least one or two answers I want. I'm sure all of us had somebody who was kind to us and they changed our day, changed our life. You all don't have to think so hard. Was it a teacher? Was it a parent? Was it a sister, brother, friend? Somebody did something which was an act of kindness, which completely helped you in getting over something. My goodness, what is this? You're all what, unemotional lot, huh? Nobody is answering. Is it so difficult to reflect on somebody being kind to you? So all of you, nobody is kind in your life, is it to you?
Today morning, I did a session, doctor, on career counseling. So the students were very quiet, but one of the parents was kind enough to say that she resonated with my thoughts and she gave a positive feedback online. So it made me feel that it was something useful that I am doing and gave me more motivation.
Okay. See, when you somebody is kind to you, you know how you feel. And if you understand how you feel when someone's kind to you, you will be kind to somebody else. Understand? Because that is how you want others to feel. Okay. We are all experiencing acts of kindness in our life continuously. Don't forget, if somebody who's working for you turns up for work, it's actually an act of kindness. But you take it for granted. That is why no replies came from so many of you. There are lots of things in our life to be grateful for. They don't need to do this. There are a lot of people in our lives. Your mother need not do things for you. The fact she's doing those things is an act of kindness. And you're not ready to appreciate that. The second element, I told you, love, compassion, and presence is what I said. The second element is compassion. What is compassion? Compassion is able to understand another person without judgment. As they are, where they are, how they are. So when you bring compassion into your leadership, you're able to inspire in them trust. That person is willing to trust you and you form deeper relationships. So compassion to yourself is also very important. So when you make a mistake, don't beat yourself up. Many of us sabotage ourselves. We are very unkind to ourselves. So when you want to practice compassionate leadership, try to look at a challenge or a conflict or a difficult situation from multiple points of view. So you're giving it, everybody has a say. And try to wait a little, reflect, analyze, and then respond instead of reacting. And when you give yourself enough permission and time to rest, to recharge, and to accept things from others, including help from others, you are actually practicing self-compassion. So I want all of you to right now to write down I'm not going to talk at all for about 30 seconds, half a minute. Write down any one thing you will do where you will be kinder and more compassionate to yourself, not to somebody else. And open up your videos so that we can see you. Any one act you're going to do where you're going to be kind to yourself. Now, why I'm making you do it on the spot and share it in the session is many of you think you're not worthy of love. Many of you think you don't deserve to be nice to yourself. It's a very sad fact, but it's real. All of us have, especially women. Charity is to other people. I said one act of compassion you'll do to yourself. Yeah. So Aishwarya says, take rest, give herself some breaks. Hema says that she'll give herself some breaks. That's all acts of compassion to yourself. Enjoy your workouts. Yes, gym, walking, good. Those are all things that you do for yourself. Okay. Nirmala Sitaraman. Yes, that's a good contribution, Narmada. She is a typical embodiment of feminine leadership. She's another role model you can keep. Nirmala Sitaraman, our finance minister. She's very humble, modest, simple, but she's very powerful. Nobody can, kick her around. Thank you for that, Narmada. That is a good Visakha Hari. Okay, right. So these are all good role models for us to embody feminine leadership. Have you all written? Now I want one or two of you to share what you have written. Here I've read out a few. Anybody else? I love this
I
silence.
just feel like saying no when I don't feel I need to do something. So I won't get regret of saying no to something.
That's a very good thing to do because you're setting your boundaries, which is important. We must inform other people when they're doing something which is not appropriate to our time or convenience at that time. Yeah. Okay? Right. Next. Then the third element I told you is the power of presence. Now mute yourselves. All of you mute yourselves. The power of presence. Now, presence, I told you, is when you enter a room, everybody turns and looks at you because you're so confident in yourself. It is not about what you're dressed in. It is not about this. It is the aura that you radiate. And we have seen any number. These two people I've told you, Sudha Narayan Murthy and Nirmala Sitaraman, are all people who do that. Even that lady, that M.S. Swaminathan's daughter, she was in charge of WHO. Something Swaminathan she is. She's also like that. She is a very feminine leader, but a very powerful leader. She was head of the WHO division for India, all India. So a woman who's fully present is magnetic and unforgettable. So if you want to have the power of presence, you have to learn to first slow down. If you're a busybody rushing, nobody's going to notice you. Because you're all about doing rather than being. So when you slow down, when you stop, when you listen, when you speak after thinking with intention, when you create moments of stillness in your own life, then you create presence.
What's
And
the meaning of that? Sorry to interrupt, but what's the meaning of creating moments of stillness?
I'm just coming to that. I'm
Oh,
just coming to it. Creating moments of stillness in your life is when you learn that there are quiet moments in the day where you marshal your thoughts, you bring yourself together, center yourself, ground yourself. And the way you can do all that is with mindful breathing. And when you're talking to somebody, making eye contact, listening very actively, really seeing and paying attention to somebody else, and remaining undistracted and being fully in the moment. So if you practice in your busy day moments of quiet, moments of stillness, just 30 seconds of a slow, intentional breathing can calm you down and make you very present. See, your body is in the present. Your mind is in the past, future, wherever. It's all over the place. So if you want to bring even your mind to the present, exactly where your body is, then you have to be intentionally present. And to help that, deep breathing helps. Now, I want all of you to follow this deep breathing. It's called box breathing. It's a very simple breathing. Just sit up straight in your chairs. You can keep your eyes open, closed, whatever. Keep your hands on your thighs, palms facing upwards. We are going to count inhale 4, hold 4, exhale 4, hold 4. So it will be inhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4. Okay? So let's start. Inhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4. Inhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4. Inhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, exhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4. Now, this is a very calming, de-stressing breath, which will quickly bring you to the present. Now, even now, if in this class you are mentally a little distracted, after doing this just 3 breaths, you will find that you will be more focused on listening to the rest of the session. Now, I told you that we have both male and female energies. So we need to balance this. When you have excess of male energy, you get into burnout, stress, and disconnect emotionally because that's not natural for you. When you're too feminine, over feminine without that little element of the masculine, you become passive, you don't have boundaries, people take advantage of you, you are this candle melting in the service of others, everybody exploits you. So over yin also, over feminine characteristics is also not good. You need to have a balance. So you must know when to act, when to flow. When you flow, you're using your feminine energy. When you act, you're using your masculine energy. Understand as a woman that your intuition is very powerful. So you can trust your intuition quite in number of instances. But when you don't go entirely by your intuition, apply logic also sometimes. So my gut says, don't do this. Then sit down for a while and say, why is my gut saying don't do this? So try to find out the pros and cons. Put a little logic to that gut feeling. But don't discount the gut feeling. So there, what you do is in your decision making, you're making use of both strength and softness. So sit down now, write down the sentence, and later on think about it. Where do you think you need more balance in your life? Where do you think you need to balance the yin and the yang a little better? Maybe you're overly yang or overly yin. When you're very pushy, when you're very aggressive, when you're coming across as a very authoritative way of leadership in the office or in among the friends and things like that, you may have to tone that down and become a little bit more soft, a little bit more yin. So how do you start doing all this? Set an affirmation in the morning. Start your day. I radiate love and confidence. Understand, a radiant woman will fill her cup first. You cannot pour from an empty cup. So make sure you look after yourself. Make sure you nurture yourself. Make sure you are okay before you try to help others to be okay. Learn to walk, speak, and act with grace and ease. Don't be brash. Don't be rough. There's no need. Embody your femininity, the flow, the softness, the gentleness, the grace. Understand that creativity is a very, very core female trait. So try to get creative. Why do we decorate our homes better than the men do? Women do that better. We are able to draw, paint, all of those things. We're able to dance. All of these are your creative pursuits. And another thing which women have to learn, which traditionally we have been taught not to be, is we are taught to be only givers. We are conditioned to be constantly giving. And we feel very embarrassed if we receive. You have to learn how to receive graciously. You see, you just think about your male friends or colleagues or people you know. You go and pay them, hey, your shirt is very nice. Ah, thanks, I say. That will be their response. You go and tell a female colleague, hey, your sari is so pretty. I say, you're looking very nice today. It's all right to say that, they feel a little embarrassed. They feel shy. No, it's nothing much kind of thing. Haven't you noticed? So why do you have to feel embarrassed? Learn to receive, learn to be open. You deserve love. That's because inside our hearts, we feel we are not worthy. We feel we are not deserving. For that self-love, self-nurturing will help you to feel more caring and loving about yourself. So practice. What is it that after listening to this talk, one thing that you will do, which will increase your radiance, which will make your presence noticeable by just being there. You won't open your mouth. There's nothing special that you do, but just your presence will make heads turn. It's possible. So see what you will do, that one thing you will start doing to enhance your radiance. And we're coming to the close of the talk. Understand that you don't have to shout to be heard. You don't have to be loud to be powerful. If you are quiet, in fact, there is a thing called the power of the whisper. You see, when you say something softly, but seriously and impactfully, influentially, you can still get the job done. So bring love, compassion, and presence into your life as a woman. It is there. It's your nature. You're just syncing with your natural self. It is your greatest strength. It's your superpower. So don't discount it. Don't bury it. Don't push it away. Have other traits. That's fine. But make sure that you're coming from a place of love, compassion, and presence. So I'm just going to close this presentation. And I want to know what is your biggest takeaway from today's session. Before that, I will just tell you some tips on how to nurture your feminine radiance. So I told you earlier, stillness. Take moments throughout the day to pause, breathe, be present. Because feminine energy flourishes in that. So mindfulness, meditation, just enjoying silence can all help recharge your radiance. Make sure that you take care of your body. Nourishment, movement, gentle flowing movements like yoga, dancing, walking. Nourish your body. Love yourself. Give yourself care for your skin, for your face, for your body, whatever. Connect with your heart. When women are very emotional depth and self-expression makes them feel more feminine. So it's okay for you to feel. It's okay if you're feeling sad and you feel like crying. Don't be embarrassed about the fact that you're emotional about things, because that's your natural self. But learn not to repress your emotion or suppress your emotion, but to express it in an appropriate manner. And the way to express your emotion in an appropriate manner is to identify, what am I feeling now? Am I feeling sad? Am I feeling angry? Am I feeling ashamed? Am I feeling guilty? Then once you identify it, you label it, give it a name. And you say, what is triggering this feeling? Why am I feeling like this? And then you look at that trigger, see if that is an avoidable trigger. It may be an internal trigger, it may be an external trigger, it may be a physiological trigger. I may be having pain somewhere, and that is why I'm feeling like that. I may be feeling sad because I'm having abdominal pain. That's a physiological trigger. Somebody irritates me, that's an external trigger. I am thinking about how I feel very depressed that I'm not capable of doing this or that. That's an internal trigger. So learn to label, identify the emotion, check the trigger, and see if you can reframe that whole thing into a more positive way. In our, we are doing our 90-day program, which is a very immersive program. There are some of the people in this group also who are part of that 90-day program, where we ask you to do this reframing exercise. You have to learn how to give a positive reframe to a negative emotion that you're having. And when you journal, or you have a deep conversation with a friend, or you give a creative outlet like drawing, painting, writing, you're able to let this emotions vent. So it comes out of you. Then also learn how to receive. Practice receiving. When somebody offers love, support, compliments, abundance, when the universe gives you abundance, when everything is going right in your life, receive with gratitude. Don't feel guilty. Don't feel undeserving. Don't feel unworthy to receive. Practice saying, thank you very much. I receive this with gratitude. Don't deflect kindness. Many women do this. And don't feel embarrassed about dressing yourself well. So adorn yourself with beauty, with grace, because you feel good when you dress well. And it's important for you to love yourself enough to adorn yourself. So sometimes just wearing a new earring or something can change your energy. It makes you feel better. Like, sometimes when somebody notices that I've dressed up and come for work or something, I tell them, one of my solutions when I'm feeling down or depressed is to dress up as if I'm going out for some party or something. Straight away, I feel better. I don't feel so down or so blue. So don't feel bad about that. You're not harming anybody else. So don't feel shy about dressing up. And of course, your creative energy, listen to music, poetry. Maybe you can sing, you can dance, it helps you to stay fresh and energetic. Learn to flow instead of forcing. Trust your intuition. Surround yourself with other women with high feminine energy, because that helps you to nurture. That is why women's groups, when you join a women's group and you spend time with other women, you come away feeling pretty energized. So when you join a club where women meet or something, you feel good. And when you share feminine energy, when you celebrate and you nurture it in a community, it makes you feel better. And learn to put love into everything that you do, including into your morning tea, your work, your cooking, your home. Learn to look and do everything with love. And why is it when your mother's food tastes good, whereas the hotel food doesn't taste good? Because your mother, when she's cooking, is putting her love into it. That is why her food tastes much better than the food that you eat in a hotel, which is just matter of factly cooked. So learn to put love into everything that you do, because that is you. You're a woman. You have it in you. You can give that. So don't withhold that. Of course, follow your intuition. Because the divine feminine characteristic is to be deeply intuitive. We are pretty wise. Now think back in your own homes, your grandmother, your grandfather, your mother, father. Major decisions were made by your father or your mother, or were they made only by your father without involving your mother? It may be money decisions, sometimes men make alone, but major decisions about life decisions, where to live, what, how to do, what, which college to send the children, or all of those kind of decisions, it's always a joint decision. And in a catastrophe, also think back, who is the stronger person, your father or your mother? In most difficult situations, it is the mother who will be standing strong. And that is what the softness of feminine energy is. See, when a patient is admitted in the hospital and the man is admitted, the woman will be very calm, quiet. She may get upset that he's admitted, that's all right. She may cry, but she will ask the doctor, what else do I have to do? She will organize things. But when a woman is admitted, the man is all over the place. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know. He's da 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 da. He's just anxious and running around like a headless chicken. So you'll find women are basically very, very strong. Emotionally, we are very strong. So don't discount your feminine strength. So final thought is keep your divine femininity radiance alive, because that is your essence. Nurture your feminine energy. And each woman is a beacon of love, light, and beauty in the world. So don't discount that. Nurture it. Love yourself, really love yourself, and understand that you matter. You are enough. You are deserving. You are safe. You are loved. Please understand that. Okay? Now, there are some affirmations here which you can do in the morning, throughout the day, and in the evening. You can take a screenshot of this and you can learn to repeat this. So I'll just hold this slide here for a while. Take a screenshot of this. I am a radiant being of love, grace, and light. My feminine energy flows effortlessly, bringing beauty and harmony into my life. I honor my intuition and trust the wisdom within me. I'm open to receiving love, abundance, and joy with ease. My presence is magnetic. I attract goodness wherever I go. I'm full of self-love and confidence. Throughout the day, you can say this next set of affirmations. I embrace my softness as my greatest strength. I am worthy of love, care, and deep nourishment. My emotions are sacred. I honor every part of me. I walk with grace, confidence, and ease. My feminine power is limitless, and I express it with love. In the evening, you can say, I release the need to control and I allow life to unfold beautifully. I am safe to rest, surrender, receive. My body is a temple. I treat it with love and care. I am connected to the divine source of love and wisdom. As I sleep, my energy replenishes and my feminine glow strengthens. So, when you are meditating, you can have these affirmations in your mind. When you're visualizing, visualize yourself. I am a being of love, light, and radiance. I embrace my femininity with grace and joy. I flow effortlessly with the rhythms of life. I'm worthy of beauty, love, and abundance. My presence is powerful, peaceful, and magnetic. So this is the way we have to boost ourselves, nurture ourselves, and connect to our feminine essence. Remember, you are radiant, you are loved, you are divine. And you are a blessing given to the world by God, because you are made in order to procreate, in order to keep the human evolution going. Only you are capable of bringing another child into the world. So don't discount the strength that you have as a woman. So now open up your videos, give me feedback, and then we'll close.
ma'am. Sorry.
Yeah. What is your one takeaway? All of you are supposed to give me one takeaway.
Oh, it's a
Nobody
beautiful
can take
session.
away
Absolutely
anything.
beautiful.
Sorry, everybody's talking one by one. Who's Aishwarya? Go.
Nobody can take away anything from us. That is my takeaway today.
Yes, that's true. You have to be strong in yourself. Good.
We have
Who's
lots of potential, ma'am. We need to tap it all the more.
right? What about the others? Vishali, I think you
My
spoke.
takeaway is I'm the greatest blessing given by God.
Yes.
Your last word.
As a woman, you have been blessed actually to be born a woman. Unfortunately, society has made us think that being a woman is a curse. Girl child are not wanted. So we have to flip that.
I understand.
Right.
Nice session, ma'am. Very nice.
Okay. Anybody else? Chella Perumal Narmada.
Yes, ma'am, my takeaway is like to prioritize ourselves first, and there is no need like if women should become successful in her career, it should not be. She must be like very masculine enough. The feminine energy is more than enough to do all the things.
Right. It's more than enough to see us through. Abdul Rahim, sir, you're the only male. Paranjodi is also male. So let us get a male perspective. Paranjodi and Mr. Abdul Rahim. Meanwhile, Priyanka, you haven't spoken. Raji hasn't spoken.
Yes, madam.
Cholunga Paranjodi, what is your
Yes.
takeaway from the session?
Good lecture. You have done a wonderful job. Empowering women is the most,
I want to know from the
empowering
content.
women is the best thing. Those must take away your message. Your message is well written. There is no additional message to be given. Thank you very much.
Sir,
Thank you.
do you think what I'm telling women to do is correct? Or am I
Absolutely correct.
saying something which
Absolutely
is...
correct. Absolutely correct.
He is a colleague neurologist. He's from Pondicherry. He's a very senior
Absolutely right.
neurologist from Pondicherry. Okay?
Absolutely
Thank
correct, madam. Absolutely correct. I am always following you.
Thank you for attending.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Mr.
you.
Abdul Rahim, sir. Narmada, you want to go? Sri Swaminathan, Narmada Swaminathan.
Doc, I would say believe in yourself, love yourself, you matter.
Correct. Very good. Super. Narmada.
Calm is power.
Calmness is power. Good. Maliha.
Yeah. The world needs more whole women, not pushy leadership and all that sort of stuff. So that's my takeaway, and the fact that the power of softness. It's actually a beautiful session. Absolutely beautiful.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Priyanka?
Yes, ma'am. I felt I'm safe, I'm loud, and I'm enough. I feel empowered after your class, ma'am. Little more extra, definitely. Thank you, ma'am.
All of you today now make a decision that you don't have to be your own enemy. Become your strongest ally. Because I'm telling you, if you don't love and look after yourself, nobody is going to come and look after you. So take responsibility, take your own power in your hands. Understand that you have the strength and power to rule the world, literally. And like I told you, whenever you get stuck, have role models in your mind. You see, Nirmala Raman in her career, it's very tough being a politician, without losing your cool. It's very tough to be in the corporate sector like Sudha Narayana Murthy. It's not easy. But look at them. Do they look as if they're even stressed? And I have met both of them personally. Okay, I've listened to them live. Also, that Swaminathan lady, I forget her name. She's MS Swaminathan, no, that the green,
Scientist.
his daughter.
WHO.
I forget her name. She was the head of WHO for ICMR and all that. So she's also, these are all, they're, if you watch them, they're so quietly confident. They'll just be sitting silently, but you can see their power, feel their power. So when you get stuck, think of a role model and try to imitate them in your mind at least.
He is Soumya Swaminathan.
Soumya Swaminathan, correct. Soumya. Yeah, I have all these people as my role models. See, and sometimes the role model would be my great-grandmother is the role model to me. My father's mother. No, she was in those days, the Brahmins on them, the motta paattinuvaangalla, motta adichittu, the brown saree kattindu, blouse illama pottundirupanga. She was like that. She was like that because widows, they are given that dress. But my goodness, what a strong, what a wonderful woman she was. She would actually radiate strength. Yeah. Cholunga Paranjyothi.
My role model was Sambasivam, Monkombu Sambasivam, that is MS Swaminathan. He was working as a doctor in Kumbakonam. My grandfather was a compounder under him. So I used to go to the nursing home daily to give food to my grandfather. He is the role model. Sambasiva Iyer is the role model in Kumbakonam. Afterwards only he left Kumbakonam because his stepbrother has joined as a doctor, but he was not able to get medical seat. That way, MS Swaminathan joined in the agricultural side. So his father was a role model. I became doctor because of Sambasiva Iyer. Monkombu Sambasiva Iyer in Kumbakonam. Doctor. He's a doctor.
Like that, because it's very crucial for us to be a role model to others and for us to have role models to keep our motivation going. So there's Chella Perumal Narmada is a medical student. Vaishali has just finished her MBBS. Priyanka has just finished her MD. Maliha is not a doctor. Narmada is also not a doctor. Aishwarya is a chartered accountant. Raji is a homemaker.
Dr. Prithika, that historian Sri Ram, he did a session for FICCI. I don't think you came for that. It was about the women of South India whose influence was very important. And it was exactly what you spoke about. The women in South India and various places, the amount of influence they had and what all they achieved sitting, in those days, like 100 years ago and all that.
So we have been blessed by God as we are the stronger sex actually. But the society keeps calling us the weaker sex. We are not, we are the stronger sex. Women live longer than men do. They are physiologically also stronger, biologically stronger. Can we just meet Abdul Rahim, sir? We'd like very much to know who you are and how you came to this session. Abdul Rahim. I know it's Ramadan. I know in a little while it'll be iftar. Since you joined the session, we'd just like to say hello to you. Okay.
Also, what you said, be authentic. That also is absolutely on the dot. That's what stands out, the individuality.
Yeah. And not only that, when you are yourself and you're not play acting or acting like somebody else or something else, you naturally flow better, no? It's when you're trying to act like somebody, you have to put on a show, you have to think, oh, what should I say next? What should I do next? How should I move? Because I'm trying to create this impression. So if you're just yourself, you don't have to worry about anything, you just flow. Okay, thank you everybody for attending this session. And on all of you have a wonderful day. And I hope that these takeaways stay in your mind, because it's important for us not to just live lives where we are drifting through life. We have to be involved. We have to lead what I call as a conscious life. Be aware of what's happening. Be with life and enjoy life. Don't endure life. Many people are enduring life, unfortunately. So let us change that. And if you can change somebody else's life, do so.